Welcome to part 26 of Yakuza 0, and in this episode we're going to be heading on home in order to continue the story. And okay, let's not go there, because the last time I was down there, Mr. Shakedown randomly appeared during a cutscene, and that had been last part. Yes, that happened to be last part, and it was not fun. I almost got caught. That was like a Kaizo trap, to be honest with you. But yes, we need to go to sleep in order to continue the story. Stuttering, I can't talk for some strange reason. But the story need to be continued because, one, it'll introduce the Breaker eventually, and two, it'll reveal Kameki's whereabouts. Oh! Oh! Did not expect that, but that was freaking cool. It would have introduced Kameki's whereabouts to... Okay, I thought I heard somebody. I thought I heard one of those goons just hemming up somebody. I must have passed it up. But anyway, it was going to introduce Kameki. It's going to introduce Breaker. Also, you see that card I just picked up? One of the people that you're going... Actually, yeah, that's right, one of the people. Because you got one here and one also in Kamurocho. You meet the very first person that will actually have a side quest for those cards in this chapter. Well, you meet him first, but then the side quest opens up later on in the game. But for right now, let's go on ahead and get ourselves some shut-eye. With the only eye Majima has. That was not intended to be a pun, but unfortunately it is. So, let's try to get myself some sleep in this rundown-ass apartment. And shit, this is abuse, by the way. Majima has to sleep in this hotel because Sagawa says so. Yeah, it's literally abuse. Soten Marie is practically abuse. And to be honest with you, it ain't even Majima's fault he's in this position. Nah, the person who's responsible for it is in fact... that bald-headed bastard Shinano. So, with that said, let's get out of here. So, we're going to have to, in order to speed things along, meet up, well actually not meet up, but rather go to a phone sex booth. And that is where we're going to actually proceed the events. But no, I'm not kidding. It really is how you're going to proceed the events. And yes, phone sex is a thing. Anyway, let's go beat up these hooligans. 1. And 2. And 1 more for the win. Get out of my face! Well, it didn't give me too much money, but it gave me enough to do what I need to do later. Yeah, call me a monster if you like. I'll just smack you with a bat. Again. Anyway, this is where we need to go. I think, no. This is where we need to go, yes. And, the pocket tissue... Yeah, it's for private videos. That's what the pocket tissue is for.
もしもし。
ああ、もしもし。
どうもこんにちは。俺五郎言うんやけど、そっちは？
うちあっこ。
あっこちゃんか。なんや、元気なさそうやん。もっと楽しくおしゃべりしようや。
せやけどめっちゃだるいんやもん。久々に学校行ったけど速攻で受けてもうた。
なんや自分、ひょっとして女子大生？
うん、そうやけど。
はあ。あこちゃん、テレクラにはよく電話しとんの？
せやな。うち退屈なんが嫌やから遊んでくれはる人を探してんねん。
ほな、外で会ったりとか？
時々な。
会う会わへんはどないして決めとるんや？
まあお腹空いてる時とか。
現金やな。飯おごってくれたら相手は誰でもええんや。
別に誰でもええってわけやないけど。あ、そうや、五郎さんやったっけ。五郎さん入れ墨してはったりせえへん？
入れ墨やと？
うん、うちそういうのちょっと興味あんねん。
しとる言うたらどないする？
ほんまに？ほんまにしとるんやったらどんな柄なんか教えてくれへん？
なんでそないなことが気になるんや？
うち絵の勉強してんねん。せやけど入れ墨なんてめったに見られへんやん。せやからもし入れ墨しとる人がおったら実際に会うて生で見せてもらったりすんねん。
般若や。俺の姓には般若が入っとる。
そうなんや。般若か。
ところであっこちゃん、俺からもちょっと聞きたいんやが。
何？
牧村誠って知っとるか？
ごめん、切るわ。
ちょっと待ってくれ。
何？
いやな、俺実はフリーのライターやっててな、牧村藩のこと興味あんねや。それで牧村藩を知ってる人から話聞きたいなあ思っててな。あこちゃん、牧村藩のことを何か知っとるんか？せやったら超大手話聞かせてもらえへんやろうか。ああ、もちろんお礼はするで。絶対あっこちゃんにも牧村藩にも迷惑かけへん。どうやろか？
ほんまに？
ほんまや、ほんま。
わかった。せやったら今から岩尾橋に来て。
岩尾橋やな。
五郎さんはどんな格好してんの？
グラサンに黒のジャケット、髪や長髪を後ろで結んどる。目立つからすぐわかると思うで。
わかった。
ほな、今から岩尾橋で待っとるで。絶対来てや。
そしたら後で。
Well, our destination is set. We gotta go to the Ewald Bridge to meet this chick. However, before we do, there is one thing that we need to talk about. The person behind the phone cards side quest. We'll see, collecting all the phone cards is one thing. Who to give them to? Well, that's this guy. Meet the Walking Erection, otherwise known as Mr. Libido in future Yakuza games. Mr. Libido only shows up when you actually have videos of certain girls that you happen to meet in the how should I put it? The adult video store. Basically speaking, you're going to collect all those phone cards. The guy who gives you the phone card, you collect all those phone cards. There's some guy who will give you a set that'll give you a video, and those videos you're supposed to watch, or at least give to him, and it will increase his friendship. Kiryu also has that same that said side quest here. The thing is, this hasn't been initiated yet. However, Mr. Libido or Walking Erection, whichever one comes first, he has practically gone to multiple video stores, and yeah, he just doesn't wear any he just doesn't wear any pants. He's just in his underwear and shoes. So yeah, this is some weird shit in Sotenburi for real. But they changed his name from Walking Erection to Mr. Libido. But even then, doesn't matter what he's called. The fact is, those videos that you collect all go to him, and that will increase the friendship with him. Now, about those videos, I don't know if YouTube will adult, age restrict or whatever my videos, but one thing is perfectly clear: you gotta watch the videos, because those two are for completion points. Everything in this game is about completion points. So make note of all the cards around the area. So, if I can remember what I don't remember what he gives you for completing his friendship, but I do know this. You do go to the video store or anywhere around town and get some videos, you show it to him first and then you go watch them. Or rather, you watch him first and then show it to him. But yes, that guy is weird. And he is in every freaking Yakuza. Every single one. Yes, even in Yakuza 6. I'm still playing that right now, although, I gotta say, Yakuza 6, I like the story, but okay, how should I put this? The story is decent. I like how it ends, but I do not like the gameplay in between. But more importantly, the one thing that I do not like about Yakuza 6 is that they take a certain character and they turn that character into an absolute dumbass. And we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But for right now, I have to make sure I lay down the law on these punks. We're going to the bridge to meet our date, so we might as well see where she is. In fact, there she is right now. I wonder if she's going to show up.
あんたが五郎さん？
あんたがアッコちゃんか？よう来てくれたな、おおきに。ひょっとして芸能人やってことバレた？
え？
しもた。やっぱり来ない変装しても分かる子には分かってしまうか。自分のハンサム顔が憎いわ。 ああ、ええてええて、サインやったらなんぼでも書いてあるから、みんなには内緒にしといてな。
うちの考えすぎか。こないアホな人が例の人なわけちゃうもんね。
あ、例の人やと？
なんでもない。優しそうな人で安心したわ。うちがアッコ。
ほな早速やけど、そこらで茶でも飲みながら話聞かせてもらえるか？
お茶？うちお腹減ってんねんけど。
そしたら飯にしようか。何食いたいんや？
うちお寿司食べたい。
寿司か。やっぱり女子大生ともなるとええもん食うてるんやな。
そらそうやん。今時女の子とデートするんなら予算5万くらいないと話にならんわ。五郎さん、社会人ならそれくらい持っとるやろ。
当たり前やないか。学生が見たこともないような豪勢な飯食わしたるわい。
ほんまに？五郎さん分かっとるやん。
よっしゃ、ほな寿司屋に行こうか。
はよ行こう。
Well, we met the girl, and now, in order for her to tell us about our target, we have to take her to sushi. And I'm going the wrong way. Hey, I'm going the wrong way. By the way, get used to people following you saying, hey, don't be in such a rush. Cause that's gonna be the whole gimmick of Yakuza 2. Turn around, you fool. Yeah, she's gonna keep talking until you go to the right direction. And by the way, you're blocked off, so bear that in mind that you can't really go too far. And no, I do not want any more pocket tissues.
ちょっと待ってや。
Let's go get her some sushi so she can stop bothering me. So the more you wait, the more she's gonna nag about sushi. But she'll never leave, though. Okay, I'm not too comfortable about people following me. Yeah, got enough of that from San Andreas, because normally the ballers would be following me, and that normally leads to bloodshed. And I'm not too fond of that. So yes, to the NPCs, please don't follow me. Anyway, this is the sushi place, so let's bring her in.
何握りやしょ
ほな1万くらいでお任せするわ。あと今日のええとこお作りにしてくれ。
あ、ウニとイクラは絶対入れてな。
う。よう。
五郎さん飲まへんの？
一応仕事中やからな。今はやめとこう。それよりアッコちゃんの話聞かせてくれや。大学生にしたら随分慣れとるようやけど、この間の店よう来るんか？
まあね、最近は割と毎日。
毎日？なんや、そないノルマ厳しいんか？
ノルマ？そんなんあるはずないやん。いつでも好きな時にやれるのがこのバイトのええとこやの。
いやいや、バイトっちゅうことはつまり誰かから依頼されてやっとるわけやろ。その元締めが例の牧村藩やろ。聞いた話やと女子大生にテレクラで男捕まえさせて、その稼ぎをかっさらっとるらしいやないか。
はあ？誠さんはそんな人とちゃうし。うちらほとんど男の人にご飯とかおごってもらうだけやし。誠さんも稼ぎよこせなんて言わへんよ。
あ？ちゅうことはあっこちゃん売りとかしてへんの？
当たり前やん。ひょっとして五郎さん、ほんまは取材なんて嘘で初めからいやらしいことが目当てやったとか？せやったら悪いけど、なんぼおごってもろてもホテルとかついていかんで。
ああ、ちゃうって、そういうつもりとちゃうねん。ただ俺はそういう噂を耳にしたもんやったから。
ほんまに？まあそれが賢明やね。 うちに何かあったらうちで済まへんから。
あ、それは一体どういう。
はい小肌。
美味しそう。ほな、いただきます。
お代はこちらになります。ありがとうございました。またよろしくお願いします。
ごちそうさま。
おお、ほな行こうか。さて、腹ごしらえは済んだな。そしたらさっきの話の続きを。
あ、うちあそこ行きたい。
今度はどこや。
ゲーセン。
ゲーセンってゲームセンターのことか。不良のたまり場やないか。ま、家で女の行きそうな場所ではあるが。
最近のゲーセンはちゃうねん。可愛いぬいぐるみとかあんの。
ゲームセンターにぬいぐるみ。どういうこっちゃ。
行ったらわかるわ。ほら、はよ行こう。
しゃあな。ほなゲームセンターに行くか。
ほな行こうか。
Alright, now it's time to take her to the arcade to get a stuffed animal. By the way, this stuffed animal will show up later, however, you'll easily get it here.
あ、ほら、あれや。
UFO キャッチャー。なんやこれ。
このボタンで中のクレーンを操作してな、ぬいぐるみを穴まで運んだらもらえるねん。
こんなんが1回100円やと。アホらしい。どうせそう簡単には取れへんようになっとるんやろ。普通に店で買うた方がええんちゃうか。
何言うてんのや。よそで売ってないからここで取らなあかんのやない。お金で何でも買える思たら大間違いやで。っていうか、お金はうちが払うから五郎さん代わりにやってや。うちこういうの苦手やねん。
あ？なんで俺が。
誠さんのこと聞きたいんとちゃうの。
しゃあないな。ほな一応やったるやないか。
Now you're going to bear witness to absolute bullshit. How much bullshit are we talking? This particular doll would be easier to get than the dolls for the doll girl. Because this one's round and fat, and all you gotta do is have the claw wrap around it, and boom. That's it. If only the doll girl was so goddamn easy.
ほら取れたで。これが欲しかったんやろ。
めっちゃ嬉しい。五郎さんありがとう。
ま、ざっとこんなもんや。あ、それで牧村はんのことなんやけど。
こないなところで立ち話すんの？どこか落ち着いて話せるとこがええわ。
ま、それもそうやな。ほな出ようか。
ほな次はディスコや。
ディスコ？あんだけ食った後でよう踊る気になるな。
実はさっき電話でビップルーム予約してん。うちな一度でええからビップルームに入ってみたいって思ってて。い
つの間に予約しとったんや。人の金や思って好き勝手にしてくれるな。
文句言わんの。連れてってくれたらそこで誠さんのこと話してあげるから。
ほんまか。まあそう言われたら断れんな。ほら行こうか。
Alright, now it's time for us to go to the disco in Shofukuchu. But the thing is, we aren't going to be going immediately. Remember I said that we're going to be learning the breaker? We're about to do that right now as we go back across the Iwao Bridge. In a way, since this part of the game, well, this chapter that you're trying to get information to hunt down Makoto Makamura, this is more of a world tour of Sotenbari, because between here and between certain chapters, you're going to be stuck here for quite a while, and then sometimes you can switch between Kiryu and Majima. At least near the end of the game, anyway. So in Majima's case, he finally learns his third form in this chapter, just like Kiryu learned his second and third form. Yeah, his second and third form, well, practically his third form anyway, in Chapter 2. So, with that said, we about to see ourselves a dance battle. So, these guys are practically about to break dance, as opposed to, you know, going out and pulling guns and stuff like that. So, dance battles seems to be a thing in Japan, not just in America. You know what? I would trade in the days where everything would be settled in a dance battle, as opposed to everything would be settled with violence and riots. I would trade that in. The violence and riots could just go away, and everybody would solve their problems with dance battles. Hell, politicians would only be voted in not by votes, but how good they could break it down. But then again, they're between the ages of 50 and 70. They might end up breaking a hip or something, but it'd still be fucking hilarious as opposed to what we're doing now. Like, everything would be settled in a dance-off. And you know what the funny part about it is? If I'm president of the United States, the day that I do that, I would actually make it to where on my last year as president, to make it to where the elections are not settled by votes, they'll have a dance-off with all the candidates. And I would laugh my ass off before that happens. And it would be just absolutely hilarious to see all those politicians try to break dance. Because it would be law. And I would be laughing at it. But we're not just watching this just to see some good moves. We're watching it because somebody's about to get served. And that person is the guy in the black. So now Majima 2 can serve his opponents while stomping the yard. Yes, I made those references and I have no regrets. Yeah, his breakdancing move is practically akin to capoeira, but it's not. It's not. Yeah, he literally learned how to do that by just watching this guy. And after beating this dude in an actual dance battle, bear in mind, that's how you're going to train with Eireshi. Yes, the guy in the red is Eireshi. Get used to seeing him, because his dance battles, I think you gotta put in money in order for you to actually train with him. But now, you also have Komeki's whereabouts, which is where you also ate a light lunch and drunk some sake with Sagawa. So it's in that area that you're going to face off against Komeki. And when you do, you're going to end up learning some moves from Komeki, including the Tiger Drop. Funny, you can actually get this as early as Chapter 4, whereas Kiryu literally has to wait until he has enough money in order to do that. In Chapter 7, as a matter, or is it Chapter 5? Yes, as early as Chapter 5, Kiryu can actually start the Four Kings missions, and his Tiger Drop's not available until he literally unlocks all the gates in those styles. So let's get going to the disco. So yeah, Majima could actually have a Tiger Drop early on in the game. And for the record, that Tiger Drop will definitely be helpful and handy. And God forbid if you learn the Mad Dog of Shimano style, which, by the way, has, I think, an ability that'll allow you to retain heat even after you use it, so you can spam it as much as you want.
なんかめっちゃセレブって感じするわ。
言うても2人で来たってしゃあないやろうが、こないなとこはもっと大人数でシャンパン開けてパーッと楽しむもんやで。
そんな友達おらんもん。
そうなんか？そら意外やな。
親と喧嘩して家出するような不良娘と仲良して止めてくれる子はめったにおらんし、おってもその子の親に追い返されるし。今のバイトで知り合うた子とかもおるけど、普段から連絡取って遊ぶような友達とちゃうし。せやからみんな仕方なく街で男捕まえてホテル泊まったりするけど、やっぱり危ないことの方が多いし。
牧村誠っちゅうやつはそないな行き場のない子が夜の街で妙なやつに悪さされんように仕切ってるっちゅうことか。せやけど中には危ない客もおるやろが。
せやからそないな人に会うた時はすぐに誠さんのポケベルに連絡入れんねん。そしたらすぐに飛んできてくれはるから。
ああ、そういえばさっきもそないなことを言うとったな。牧村っちゅんはそない喧嘩が強いんか？
強いなんてもんやないって。筋肉もりもりで背もめっちゃ高いし、大抵の人はカッコ見ただけで謝って逃げるわ。
ほう、そらごっついの。
あ、うち踊ってくる。
なんや、ビップルームはもうええんか？
ディスコに来たらやっぱり踊らな損やろ。うちお酒飲めへんし。
そういうとこはまだまだやな。
ちょっと話してえな。
やっと見つけたで。自分の出入りしそうなとこ片っ端から張ってたらいつか会えると思ってたわ。
何？うちに一体何の用や？
とぼけても無駄やで。この前の礼させてもらおう思てな。俺に散々おごらせた挙句、そろそろホテルに行く頃やっちゅう時にごっつい男呼んで俺をボコボコにしてくれたやんな。
あんたが悪いんやろ。うち見たんやで。あんたが飲み物に睡眠薬混ぜてたの。そんな男についてくはずないやん。
なんや、今日はこの前の男はおらんのか？おらんのやったら読んでもかまへんで。そん代わりこっちも人連れてきとるからな。
あんた最低やな。
なんとでも言えや。
待ちや。
ああ、なんやわれ。自分もこの天のおもりなんか。
何勘違いしとるんや。俺はそない女のことなんて全然知らへんで。ただお前らが邪魔やから言うとるんや。
なんやと？
ディスコ言うたら踊る場所やろ。女ナンパしたいんやったらダンスでええとこ見せたらええやないか。今から俺が手本見せてやるさかい。 そこどいて場所開けや。
アホ抜かすのも大概にしとけや、このボケ。そない踊りたんやったら踊らしたるわ。ただし俺らのサンドバッグとしてな。おう、表出ろや。いてもうたる。
Alright, it's time to serve these guys. And this is going to introduce the breaker. And breaker, again, is the breakdancing style. You're not allowed to hold weapons, and there's certain heat actions that's only available for breaker once you actually get the ability to use it. Whatever the case, Majima will JoJo pose in order for to retain heat, and more importantly, he'll do that after every combo. So, if you actually get all of the abilities, every time Majima poses, he can actually go into another combo, and instead will try to maintain the heat until he actually succeeds in defeating all the enemies, like so. Ah yes, JoJo posing for victory.
五郎さんすごい、めっちゃイカす。
ざっとこんなもんや。せやけど男を出しにして金稼ぐのをほどほどにしときや。今たまたま俺がおったけど、いつでも例の牧村藩を呼べるとは限らんやろ。
言うても誠さんいつもすぐ近くにおるからな。読んだらほんますぐ来てくれんねんで。
そうなんか。
誠さんな、普段整体師やってはるの。笑福町南にあるほぐし会館ってお店。
ほんまか。そしたらそこ行ったら本人に会えるやろか。
多分な。
あこちゃん、今日は大きにな。ほんまに助かったわ。ほな、こっから先は本人に取材してみるわ。
あ、うちが言うたってこと内緒にしてな。五郎さんええ人やから特別に教えたけど、ほんまは誠さんのこと内緒なんやから。
分かってる分かってる。せやけどほんま信頼しとるんやな、牧村藩のことを。
そらそうやん。あの人おらんかったらうちも今頃どうなってたか分からへんもん。
そらさすがに褒めすぎとちゃうか。女に優しゅうするのも案外下心あってのことかもしれへんやないか。
そんなん絶対ないって。蒼天堀には誠さんに救われたって子めっちゃ多いんやから。男に騙されてひどい目合わされて自殺寸前のところを救ってもらったって子もおったし、うちらにとってほんま神様みたいな人やね。花ええ人疑ったら罰当たるわ。
ふん。
あ、でもただ一つだけ誠さんから頼まれてることがあんねん。
頼まれてること？
うん。もしお客さんの中でコウモリの入れ墨をした男の人を見たらすぐに教えてくれって。
コウモリの入れ墨をした男、誰なんやそれ。
うちも詳しくは知らへんけど、誠さんずっとその人を探してるみたい。誠さんから何か頼まれることなんてそれくらいしかないから、バイトしてる子はみんな協力して探してるんやわ。
なるほどの。それで最初俺が入れ墨しとる言うたら食いついてきたんか。
そういうこと。
女を使って男を探してるか。
あかん。そろそろ次の人と待ち合わせの時間や。
次やと？まだ遊ぶんか。
ほなうちはこれでバイバーイ。
たまにはうちに帰れや。
気が向いたらな。
And with that said, we can pursue Makoto Makimura. And in turn, in Chapter 4 if we wanted to. But there are things I want to do first before I do that. Like, for instance, training with Areshi. And more importantly, training with Komeki. But unfortunately, we're going to have to wait till next part to even get started on training with Komeki. Because there's a side quest I wanted to do first. But beforehand, we now officially unlock the training with Areshi because here he is. And after watching me beat up those guys at Maharaja, which is the disco club, by the way, he is going to offer you to train with him. Now, his training is basically you facing off against him and his crew, and y'all stomp the yard and probably whoop each other's asses to learn some new techniques. And those techniques will pretty much make the breaker even more better than what it already is. Okay, well, aside from the fact that it can't use weapons and there's limited heat actions towards the breaker, still, at least... Oh wait, and you can't grapple either, I almost forgot about that. But still, at least the breaker is good for crowd control. I mean, the slugger can do that too, and also wielding a weapon, but the breaker is better for crowd control. And once the crowd control is out of the way, you can just switch over to Thug or Brawler. I mean, Slugger. Damn it, not Brawler. Brawler's Kiryu. I keep forgetting that. Whatever the case, Areshi will actually tell you where his crew is going to be. And he's basically offering Majima a chance to become even stronger than what he already is. So all we have to go is Shofukucho West. Shofukucho. I can't believe I mispronounced it again. He'll be in the alleyway. So that's all you gotta know in order to face him. But that also means I'm gonna have to improve my I'm gonna have to improve the breaker because I have not made any improvements yet due to the fact that, well, I haven't gotten it yet until just recently. Thing is, the breaker is the most expensive. Well, the breaker and also the brawler for Kiryu are the most expensive abilities in the game. And unfortunately, I do not have 50 million. Yeah, I'm going to need about 150 million in order to complete the training for these guys. I could go up to rank 4, but that's it. And more importantly, I can rank up the ability, so that way I'll be able to at least do something. And 2 million for heat retention, why not? And there's the other skill that you probably will need in order to gain heat while you're posing. So there is that. And I can't go any further without Power Surge 1. So might as well get Power Surge 1, which in turn will increase the power and also the power of not only just my maneuvers, but all the heat actions that are involved with my maneuvers. Oh! And for the record, I just now have the ability to throw weapons at people as opposed to pick them up. So with that said, I'll see you all in the next episode when we deal with the crossword puzzle and actually get started on Komeki's training. This is Iron Man 985. Peace out and see you guys next time.